Hey, what's up everybody? It's Tuesday, May 19th. I got good news. I see some little green shoots starting to pop up. Now, you may recall that I have been saying we need to see some evidence. We had a lot of fiscal stimulus, unprecedented amounts of fiscal stimulus. We're up $850 billion over where we were last year. So we have seen an enormous amount of fiscal stimulus. You know that, I've been telling you that. But I've been saying, look, there's a problem because how do we gauge whether or not that's being spent? Like right now, it's going into savings. It's going into paying down debt. So that is a leakage, what economists call a leakage to demand. People are not spending the economy, but they can't, right? You can't really blame them because everything was shut down. But I was saying, now that we're starting to open up, need to see some signs that spending is resuming. How do we see that? I've been looking at tax flows, employment tax flows, and overall federal tax deposits. And guess what? Yesterday, we saw the biggest increase in employment and withholding tax deposits since March 16th, up 23 billion yesterday. Why is that date important, March 16th? Because that's right before when the lockdown started. So this is a very good, now I don't want to start the cheering yet because one day does not make a trend, but this is a really good sign because we know over the weekend a lot of states started to open up, and now we are starting to see the evidence of that in the tax flows. The biggest increase, one-day increase since March 16th. So the dates line up, the number was big. This is really, really good news. Now the market sold off today, and that's I guess to be expected after a big day yesterday. There was a comment from Senator Kennedy from Louisiana who said he threw cold water on the idea of a fifth stimulus. As you know, the House Democrats passed a $3 trillion stimulus. It went to the Senate. It's probably not going to go, at least in the form that it is, if anything. But he said, you know what? Probably less than a 50-50 chance. The market heard that, it sold off. This is, again, headline. What do I tell you about headline selling? Right? Told you that last week. Headline selling. Now look at where we are. We're above where they sold last week. Headline selling. I take their money every single time. You want to be a headline trader? Thank you, because you are just funneling money into my account and the accounts of my subscribers. Very simple. You can continue to do that. Feel free to go ahead and do that because it just benefits myself and my subscribers. If you want to get on the right side of trading and investing in the markets, then you got to follow what we're doing. Now, I give you this information, freebie stuff in these videos. I'm telling you right now, we are seeing for the first time since the shutdowns, we're seeing the first evidence, and I'm pretty sure this is gonna, this is gonna continue in this direction. This is the new trend. Things are starting to open back up, but this is exactly what I was looking for. I had to see evidence to say things were opening up, and if we were still having a contraction in tax flows and a contraction in credit, then it just wasn't enough of an opening to say, hey, the economy was starting to make a turnaround. But this was a big number. Obviously, I'm going to follow it as we go day by day, but I was very encouraged by this number because it should have happened on this date. It was right after things started to open up, and it lines up perfectly with the point where we initially closed down the economy as a nation. So this is like, we got the sign of the reopening. But unfortunately, even though I'm telling you this is a very bullish sign, and these pullbacks in the market, they're going to continue to happen, but these are corrections that need to be bought. Unfortunately, a lot of you are not going to be able to make money on this information because you don't know how to trade it. You don't have the mental game. You don't have the patience. Take a look at a day like today, for example, or even a day like yesterday. when the market was straight up, all green across the board. A lot of people get antsy. A lot of people get impatient. You know, I've had many people with highly profitable positions who are dying to sell out. They just can't sit. They don't have the pay. This is like the market is handing you on a silver platter money, and they want to throw it away because it's tougher for them. You know, I've done many videos talking about the distinction between success and making money or activity. A lot of people get into the game thinking, I want to make money, I want to be successful. But what they're really looking for is action. I say you're better off going to Vegas. It's 24 hours, all night long. The tables are running. You could play blackjack, you could play poker, you know, you could play dice, whatever you want to do. Most people get into this game thinking they want money and success, but what they really want is action. Because when the money is right there, laying right in front of them, not demanding they even lift a finger, they want to run away from it. They want to throw it away because the only thing the market is asking of them is just to sit there and do nothing. And that makes most people crazy. They don't want to sit there and do nothing. They want to do something. I got to do something right now. I got to buy. I got to sell. I got to do this. I got to do that. Something must be happening. No. There are times when the market is literally coming to you with buckets and buckets of money, and all it's asking is that you just sit there and let it happen. And most people will not let it happen. Many of you will not let it happen. I am giving you information that you can profit on right now for free without even having to sign up for my report. And you're not going to make money on it because you're not in it for that. You're in it for the action. All right? So listen, things are looking up. We're going to have these corrections now. All right? The put-call ratio is actually pretty low. So we're setting up for these corrections. But if you look at positions of institutional asset managers, they are have a very low commitment to the market right now. Way lower than the amount of commitment they had in mid-January, which by the way was the top. They were heavily loaded up long the market in mid-January, but when I was saying sell, they're out of the market now. Individual investors, highly bearish. If you look at that weekly AAII weekly sentiment survey of individual investors, very negative. If you look at managed funds, large speculative funds, they are the most short this market since October 2016. You know what October 2016 was? That was the month right before the presidential election. And guess what happened after the presidential election? The market went on a tear. The market went on a tear. So speculative funds are the most short since that period of time. Now I'm giving you this information. You could literally retire on this information if you know how to do it. But a lot of you are not going to be able to do it. Because as I've said a million times, it's all up here, man. It's mental game. Got to have the mental game. And sometimes that just means you just got to sit there and do nothing. And a lot of you can't do that. Most people can't do that. Got to be doing something. You got to be busy all the time. Busy. Got to buy. Got to sell. But the market's saying, here, take all this money. No, I got to get rid of it. I got to be busy. Think about what you want. If you want money, if you want success, that's in one direction. If you want action, that's a whole different direction. Probably better to go to Vegas. All right, everybody. See you tomorrow. And by the way, learn, get informed, get yourself educated, get the right behavior. Go to pitbulleconomics.com. Sign up for a 30-day free trial of MMT Trader. As always, I put the link right here in the description below. Bye.